Let's get it going. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Your boy G. Bush has been all around the world. I've been all around the world in a day. Today, I touched about 30,000 fans today. I had to touch about 30,000 fans. Let me just get y'all ready to go. Come on in. The Cleveland Browns destroyed the Cardinals 27-0. And I knew they was going to destroy the Cardinals. And we about to get right off into this thing, right? But before we do that, man, I want to shout out every single person that was down there at the Muni lot. Me, Adam the Bull, Mikey McNuggets, the UCSS crew. My barbershop street team was down there. We gave out Kool-Aid Mafia flags. We gave out Kool-Aid Mafia t-shirts. We gave out barbershop t-shirts. Shout out to all those people. And then shout out to the people who followed me. I was down there from 8 to about 11. 11 o'clock, we turned and flipped this thing over, went on 92.3 The Fan, did the pregame show. The first time I did a pregame show in almost a year, I had to go down there and touch the fans. We did it up big. Jonathan Peterson, we got people ready to go to the game, and then I came back. And I watched my Cleveland Browns put a 27-0 beatdown on the Arizona Cardinals, the way they should have been getting it beat down. The way we should have came out here and playing. And I'm seeing a lot of cats. It's a lot of funny stuff going on. A lot of funny style. I'm sitting here watching. I got the TV on. I'm watching the fifth game post-game reaction. I'm watching the little tweets going on backstage. And I'm just confused. I'm just confused what people want, man. You know, listen, y'all call me the Duke knee jerk. Y'all tell me that I'm not optimistic all the time. The only thing that I've ever wanted in the game was a win. And guess what? The Cleveland Browns got one, and they got one in shutout fashion. So how was you sitting here and you upset when we did them dudes in 27-0? Like, that's a team that once upon a time beat the Dallas Cowboys. That's a team that, yes, was starting a little rookie guy. But at the end of the day, man, it's not about, like we got to learn to take what we going to get. I'm taking all of those wins, bro. Let me be clear. I'm taking every single win, victory I can get in this league. And when I watched this game, today was a place, and today was a game where I actually thought Kevin Stefanski did what he was supposed to do. I felt Kevin Stefanski actually, for once, did exactly what he was supposed to do in terms of the way he approached this game. I thought Deshaun Watson, we'll get into these in depth and these major points. You know how we go. I thought Deshaun Watson, he's a little rusty, but at the end of the day, he showed you 2 or 3 throws that he can make that shows you, oh, I forgot he was doing that. I forgot he could drop that ball off like that. Deshaun Watson, 19-30, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, 107.5 rating. And now, and let's talk about the defense a little bit too. Browns defense, 7 sacks, 58 total yards. And guess what? Browns put that thing together 27-0 over the Cardinals. Before we get to too much out there, we gotta just say shout out to this real quick. Shout out to this. This is the first opportunity that I'm gonna be able to throw this out here. But yes, we got to get to it. The barbershop, yes, that barbershop is sponsored by Great Lakes Honda West. And listen, I'm proud to be a spokesperson for Great Lakes Honda West. You know how it goes with Hondas. You can have a Honda, that thing will drive for all you got to do is change the oil in it. Change the oil in that thing and run for 400,000 miles, man. Shout out to Great Lakes Honda. They are now sponsoring G. Bush on the barbershop. On the radio side, they're also sponsoring it on the digital side. So shout out to them and what they've been doing over there. You know, I'll say this: if you're looking for a car, you're looking for somewhere to drive, you're looking to do what you need to do. Listen, Honda is definitely a place to go. And you can talk to my man Sullivan Rogers. He's that guy. He can get you together in terms of, hey, look. There's a lot of people who don't have great, they don't have great credit. They don't have a lot of those things. But Sullivan can get you together. Go over there, G. Bush. We'll tell them G. Bush sent you. If you have nothing past due on your credit and provable income, you can pull off with a brand new 2024 Honda. Bad credit, bankruptcy, or slow pay, they are there for you at Great Lakes Honda West. And ask for Sullivan Rogers. He's that guy. And tell him G. Bush sent you over there. Shout out to Great Lakes Honda. Let's get back to it. Let's get back all the way back to this thing. The Cleveland Browns win one going away 27-0. Shout out to everybody that was down there at the stadium. And I'm going to tell you what, this is a beautiful, beautiful pose. I always said it, right? Hey, I thought Deshaun Watson, in terms of what Deshaun Watson did today, he wasn't perfect. Deshaun Watson wasn't, he didn't throw the ball and he didn't complete every single pass. There were some short passes that he skipped. There were short passes that may be behind guys. But I told you before, if you stop suspending all of your thought process and worried about Deshaun Watson, and you can start to get back on a process where you can actually see the Cleveland Browns are progressing and doing something. The thing about Deshaun Watson, and I told people when I was talking about last week on the UCSS podcast, I said, look, people have anxiety about Deshaun Watson for one or two reasons. The first reason is they want to see him at a sustained period play at a level in which it really gives them a good feeling about what they gave up. At this point, they're trying to prove to other people that the Deshaun Watson trade was not a bad trade. And when you go out and you play football and you watch Deshaun Watson this year with the injury, not being around, not being able to have a consistent rhythm, you're not going to get that this year, people. I told you. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get validation that all of your fears are gone and Deshaun Watson is going to lead you to the promised land this week and his shoulder's going to be fine and he's a franchise quarterback and he's going to throw for 4,000 yards. And no, you're not going to get that this year. But what you can get is you can get competent play. You can get competent play calling. You can run the football and you can win games 27-0. This is a game that just shows you what the Cleveland Browns can be if they just look at who they are and play to who they are. The Cleveland Browns are a power running team that is opportunistic in the passing game. That's what they are. We were sold on the fact that we got Deshaun Watson, 4 wide, 5 wide, throw it all over the ballpark. That's not what you are. It's just not. It's been proven. You've played the same way. The best way you play is the game where you don't make the mistakes, you play towards your defense, and Deshaun Watson don't throw interceptions and turn the football over and don't be a hero. I thought he also did a couple of nice things today. I think you saw that Deshaun Watson had a few throws. I thought the throw that he was on a march, he was moving around in the pocket, slid to his left, threw it on the rope to Amari Cooper for about 40, 50 yards. I thought that was a great play in the first half. He ran down the sidelines, got picked out, kicked out of bounds. I also thought the deep ball to Goodwin was a nice ball. He threw it in front of the safety. He underthrew it on purpose. Goodwin went up, high pointed the football. Unfortunately, he came down. They kind of slammed him on his head. He was kind of dizzy. But I thought that was a great throw as well. He just didn't have an opportunity to complete it based on the coverage. But I thought that was a really good ball too. And I thought a pretty ball to Amari Cooper once again. 5 catches, 139, a touchdown. All he does is keep balling. That was a pretty over-the-shoulder catch in between the corner and the safety. I thought those were 3 really good footballs that showed depth and levels of arm strength for all 3. He showed the accuracy and touch on the deep ball in the fourth quarter. He showed the ball thrown on the string. And he also threw a ball that he had to be very creative with in the way he put the ball in the middle of the field to Marquise Goodwin. I thought he did a tremendous job, and this picture says it all. I try to give you guys some more visuals this week because I think when you see this, he's turning the ball and letting that thing fly right here. He's turning that thing and letting it fly. So it's no hesitation. It's no thinking about it. He just turned and let it rip, and when he did that, he had times in this game where he was really, really good, really good. The tip ball was a little bit of luck to Amari Cooper where he tipped it, but that's the game. That's the game when you talk about the tips. It happens like that. I thought he did a really good job of moving the sticks and doing those things as well. And also before we get to your comments, because I see them up there, we're gonna get to your super chats. We can get to your comments. Before we do any of that, I also want to say this too about Deshaun Watson. There was a point in time where I knew he was feeling better. See, with me, I come from the old school of you feel good, you play good, you look good, you are good. We take a lot of pride in how we look. When I got my watch on, when I got my jewelry on, when I got my glasses, when I'm doing my thing like that, I feel better. I deliver better. And one thing that I really felt with Deshaun Watson in this game, he was much more involved on the sideline. He caught a little interception, you know what I'm saying, on the sideline. He's gyrating and playing around with the defense. He comes over, daps up Myles, Garrett, and them boys over there on the sidelines. When he's getting up, he's giving you that. See, when Deshaun Watson gives you that, that's when you know he's locked in. He may still have some rust on him, but that shows right there, oh, okay, I'm walking with a different type of pep in my step. I'm walking with a little better swag. And Dede said the same thing. He's different right now on the sideline. And I think that comes with the ability to see yourself have success. There's nothing like it when you're an athlete. When you see yourself have success, that's why they tell you as a basketball player, get to the line. Get to the line. You see that ball go in the basket, get a layup or a dunk, all of a sudden, LeBron that was off, Kobe that was off, D-Wade that was off. Now they're knocking down the elbow jumper. Now they're coming off the screen hitting that. Same way when you have been playing baseball. When you're in the batter's box. If you're going through a long streak where you ain't really seeing the ball very well, you choke up on the bat and you go with a nicer bat and you foul him pitch after pitch. You throw your off-speed pitch, you foul it off. You get a piece up. He maybe throw your fastball inside, you turn on it a little bit. You just yank your foul down the left field line. But guess what? You see him pitch after pitch after pitch after pitch. You getting more encouraged and you like, oh, I'm seeing you now. I know I'm right on you. And then you knock a single up the middle. You're on base now. Same way with Deshaun Watson. I thought when he got a scramble for the 13 yards, got up and was taking those hits, he said, oh, I'm good. Let me shrug my shoulders off. Let me work with, I'm good up here. It ain't perfect, but he's like, I can take a hit and I'm out here playing and I ain't playing scared or I ain't playing soft. And there's a lot of dudes right now on these TV programs that can't be Browns fans. Y'all can't be watching the same stuff I'm watching. Because if you was watching the same thing I understand, and you understand English, you understand body language, you understand how athletes start to get comfortable, you would be saying these things. I'm saying, Deshaun Watson can't throw. He's still hurt. He can't throw. Listen, y'all got to be able to pivot. Just because something was true a couple of days ago, don't mean that you get to run that excuse the whole year. Now, start to watch the games with your own eyes and stop worrying about what other people is telling you. That's y'all's problem. Y'all be always ready to run with a narrative instead of actually seeing what you're doing and understanding what it was. And here's the thing. If you can find a way to nitpick or to actually be upset or mad at a 27-0 beatdown, come on, bro. Something wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Let's get to some of the comments here, man. Let's get to some of the comments here and get some you guys up next. 130 some people in here comments. Let's roll. Let's see. Let's get you guys some of these comments in here. I appreciate everybody that's been in here. We're gonna get to your comments. We definitely gonna make sure you are heard. Kool-Aid Mafia in the building. By the way, coming up, don't think I remember what I said. When we get wins, we come out with new colors, by the way. And I got something to show y'all real quick. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to give you an opportunity to win an exclusive Kool-Aid Mafia exclusive that's dropping today. I'm giving out 2 hoodies today to 2 lucky people. So y'all might want to get these numbers up, man. Listen, we got to get these numbers up. If you got to call somebody, we got to at least get to 400 before we give the hoodies out. Come on now. We got something ready to go for y'all. But hey, come on in, tap in, hit that like button too. Y'all hit that like. We supposed to, if it's 306 people here, we got to at least have 306 likes. Even if you hating, you can hit the like button. I see what you're talking about. Hey, Kool-Aid getting warm. I see you. Refrigerated. I see you, man. Yes, sir. Justin, you see it. Kool-Aid Mafia in the building. Yes, sir. You see what type of time it is. First time in weeks, I actually needed to drink some coffee in the second half. It was nice not to have a near-death experience this week. Wasn't it cool just to see guys out there beating the brakes off some other team that ain't better than you? 5-3, baby. You know what it is, man. We here. I'm going to get all these Kool-Aids in here. Drink. We're going to get y'all out of here quick. Yeah, I don't like messing around too late on these games when you win. I want to get you guys in and get you guys out. So we're going to do some stuff, man. Cool. I thought something was wrong. I kept telling you the Browns are going to go to the Super Bowl. G. Bush need to drink off my Kool-Aid. Some of my Kool-Aid, yeah. We got some of that. Sleep Leo, I thank you for so much for the super chat. G Bush, and G stands for got that dub. Kool-Aid, you know where we at, man. You already know what it is. Appreciate all of you. James B, thank you so much. Special teams actually has a punt returner with Prochy. I think that's his name, Prochy. I be saying his name wrong. I don't know. I know it ain't Precise because it's a whole nother dude named Precise. It appears, and he acted like he was excited to play football. There he was. Hey, I thought it was funny. They gave Donovan Jones jersey away so quick. That 11 got recycled so fast. Oh man, let's keep it going. What up, Karen? Hi, G. Bush. Remember the Cards beat Dallas, even though Dobbs was at quarterback. This is a big win for us. Go Browns fan for life, of course. We're gonna take every single one we get. We can get, Karen. We're gonna get to that. Let's see. I live in North Pole, Alaska. Not many vets up here. I paid $11.5 for mine. Hey, Chris, shout out to you in the great state of Alaska. People don't understand. The state of Alaska is so big that if you put it on the United States map, it would like cover from California all the way to Florida. Listen, Alaska is monstrous. Shout out to you. Let's see. Let's keep it pushing. Brant says Deshaun is a magnificent, beautiful, ugly, strong, handsome man who stands in the sun with such glamour and dignity. That young, brilliant man have the courage of a great lion and a smile so bright. Listen, you need to write me some poetry. You need to say what I need to do. G. Bush is a great, shining young man and a pillar of the community. He has bright white teeth and he stands at 6'5", and the only person that's stronger than him is let's see. That's Paul Bunyan. Yeah, Paul Bunyan. Let me get that off. Man, y'all talking about cars, man. I want that GMC AT4. Y'all cats is out. Y'all doing too much. Kool-Aid Mafia in the building. William Wise, that long ball was on point. It was. Right over the outstretched arms. As a matter of fact, we got to show us some love. You know, I got the picture for you. Let's get to it. Where's that? He threw a beautiful one, right, man? It was awesome. Here it go. Hey, he hit him on stride, too. And he had to move. Look, in between 2 Cardinals, he didn't even have to look that much. It was smash that like button for me. He was doing his thing out there. I think the Ravens are peaking at the wrong time, and the Browns are good. But when we aren't even close to peaking, I think the Browns have not played their best game by far. Defense have had some good games. Followed by the offense having some decent games, right? They have yet to put this thing all together, and I think this is a situation where you definitely gonna get a chance to see that. Definitely gonna get a chance to see that, man. Fred Hines, Kool-Aid, got that flavor this week, G. Bush. Of course we do. Appreciate the super chat, Fred. Everyone said we should have won this game, and I have to give the Browns credit, and especially defensive finding not playing down to our competition and annihilating the Cardinals offense. That's a really big key, because sometimes people don't know how to act. Everybody's sitting here and saying, "Oh, this is a game you're supposed to win. This is a game we're gonna kill him." How you get excited for 200 yards for Watson? He still looked like he playing hurt. Defense should have been doing what they doing this to Cardinals. I remember the Cardinals came in here and smoked us with Kyler Murray a couple years ago, and it's time out for people like really stripping medals on wins. And the only thing that I can really think about that I can even complain about, and I really don't even care, is I just think that Pierre Strong should get more carries. I think Pierre Strong and Kareem Hunt should be the two guys that are getting the touches, not 20 carries for Jerome Ford. I mean, he just, his vision is not there. I mean, the guy, he looks like he's trying to bounce everything. He's not putting his foot in the ground, getting north-south. He can't be doing that. Coming these next couple games when we got Pittsburgh and Baltimore. You cannot run east-west on them. Patrick Queen will run you down. Roquan Smith will run you down. Marlon Humphrey is physical on the corner. They're not going to play that game with you. You got to be able to get what you can get. Everything ain't a bounce game. But other than that, I mean, I can't even be sad. I can't even be salty. What my man say? Jerry Winkle was watching some of the 97-98 McKinley games on YouTube this week. G was dominant. Hey, I was dead nice. Was one of the nicest out. And shout out to the Canton McKinley Bulldogs, by the way. Canton McKinley Bulldogs really did their thing. They beat St. Ignatius this week. We going to play St. Anne's now. St. Anne's got ball players now. Their line is dominant. I think they got 4 Big Ten recruits up front. So shout out to McKinley going against St. Anne's, but they got the win against St. Ignatius. We'll take it, and we're gonna keep that pushing, man. We definitely gonna keep that pushing. Roderick Wilson says, "Good win, but this ain't nothing. We have to win next week. Then beat the Steelers and the Pittsburgh Bums. The Seahawks might have cost us. I hope not. Hunt should be the man." No, listen. You can only play when you're in your schedule. The same way the Seahawks got us when we felt like we should have got them is the same way that the Cardinals are sitting here. You got to beat the teams that you should beat. Now we on to the Baltimore Ravens, and they've been playing good. They look like they put something on the Seahawks. But my thing is, how I look at this thing is, you could peak at the wrong time. The Browns have the defense that it takes to get guys off the field. We have yet to have a strong performance where our offense has even been dominant or clicking on all cylinders. So that still gives you some pause to say that, hey, the Cleveland Browns can come out here and do their thing, man. I totally agree with it. So let's get to this. And I wanted to do this. So we're going to make sure we drop and give y'all that stuff. You can check this out. So you know how we do, man. Everybody been asking for it. And you ask for it and you shall receive. As you can see, the Kool-Aid Mafia Orange Crush is available. People been asking for it. They say, G. Bush, where's the Orange Crush at? I said, I got you. Don't even worry about this. This is fresh. This is fresh off the press. My favorite part about it is y'all been asking about it too. We finally got the dog on there. Look at that. You say, how do I know this? The Kool-Aid Mafia is the Browns? How I know this is the first Kool-Aid Mafia shirt that got the dog on it? It gives you the huge pole on the side, and you get the Orange Crush right there. This thing stands out. This thing pops. As you can see, I got the brown one on, but this orange one is fresh out of the kitchens on this one. You can get that right now at Bushline Beauty, and if you go in there now, any first order you got 15% off. Grab that Orange Crush hoodie. These do run a little small. So if you wear a large, get an XL. If you wear a XL, get a 2XL. Make sure you do that, right? But before we even get back to that, you got to see this. I'm going to give you an opportunity, like I said before. Let's go ahead and run this thing up. I told you I was going to give you the opportunity to get something. You got your pen and pad ready? Send the code word of the day, shutout, to gbush91 at hotmail.com by 12 a.m. tonight. You got 12 a.m. Send that code word in, right? 12 a.m. to enter a random drawing. 2 lucky winners will get the Orange Crush Kool-Aid Mafia hoodie that just dropped tonight, courtesy of G. Bush in the Barbershop. Once again, if you did not hear, send the code word of the day, shutout, to gbush91 at hotmail.com. Just put shutout in the subject line by 12 o'clock tonight, and you'll be entered into a random drawing. 2 lucky winners will get the Orange Crush Kool-Aid Mafia hoodie, courtesy of G. Bush and the Barbershop. And of course, as always, we talk about this. If you don't want to wait on them, you can just purchase the Barbershop joint right now. You can just go to bushlinebeauty.com/barbershop, and you can cop the Kool-Aid Mafia Orange Crush. This is one of my favorite joints too. One of my favorite joints that we done put out. So you guys can check that out. Check that out. Make sure you do that. So let's get back to it. Browns win a great game, 27-0 against the Arizona Cardinals. And I feel like this game really reasserted the Browns' dominance in terms of what the defense was doing the first couple of games. We noticed that during the Indianapolis Colts game, they was a little lackadaisical. We saw the 17 points in the first quarter given up to the Seattle Seahawks. And then once the turnover happened with P.J. Walker, they just pretty much let him walk into the end zone with little resistance, and they ended up losing that game. I thought Schwartz did a great job of going back to the basics, reestablishing something. When the Cleveland Browns are dominant at the defensive tackle position, the Cleveland Browns are almost unbeatable. And we had a great showing today. We had a magnificent showing today from a couple of big fellas. And listen, let's get to this. We had a couple of great showings. Dalvin Tomlinson, way to have a day, big fella. Dalvin Tomlinson came to play, and let's just run down the stat line for him. 4 total tackles, 3 solo, 3 sacks, 3 tackles for a loss, and 3 quarterback hits. That's what you pay for. That's what you pay for when you go out and get a defensive tackle and you say, I need him to affect the football game. Dalvin Tomlinson was dominant inside. Now, and it's rare for you to get a defensive tackle to even get 1 or 2 sacks, but the fact that he got 3 and was in the backfield, salute to you, my brother. You really did your thing, but it's just not Dalvin Tomlinson. It wasn't even just Dalvin Tomlinson. It was the fact that you had guys like Shelby Harris, who really wasn't playing around either. Shelby Harris did his thing. Talk about a game for him. He was another defensive tackle, 3 total tackles, 3 solos, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, and another pass deflected, which was a strip sack, which Myles Garrett recovered. He had a great game. And so you got, now you what you see is, you see how effective they can be when you got Tomlinson doing his thing. You also saw Shelby Harris doing his thing, but it just didn't stop at that. It just didn't quit at that. Take a look at Jordan Elliott. Jordan Elliott has been playing his tail off. It looked for a while Jordan Elliott wasn't even going to be a person that was going to be in this league very long. This dude has not only rebounded, he's playing his tail off. He also had a sack in today's game, 1 tackle for loss as well. Look at Zadarius Smith, 2 weeks in a row showing up on the stat sheet. Zadarius Smith, 3 total tackles, 3 solos, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, right? So just, see how that thing's moving, man. And of course, you know how it goes. Myles Garrett is, of course, Myles Garrett is in the mix. Myles Garrett obviously had a great day. Zadarius Smith right here, but you get your boy Myles Garrett. He had a tackle for loss, 1 solo tackle. He had a sack as well. Zadarius Smith, that's 2 weeks in a row having a sack here. Looks like he's starting to get more acclimated, more into tune what they really wanted to do as well. And when you do that up front, and when you're able to match the rush with the back end on this thing, you see a guy like Denzel Ward. He dominated Marquise Hollywood Brown today. It wasn't even cool. He showed there was levels to this thing. Hollywood Brown has elite speed. Denzel Ward had an interception. He was running a slant route for him. Period, point blank. Denzel Ward was running slant routes, running routes for Marquise Hollywood Brown. He almost had another interception on the slant play. He played lights out today. He's having one of his better years, his best years as a Cleveland Brown. And they don't even look at Martin Emerson, I guess, no more. Maybe just Martin Emerson is just on the island by himself. They don't even challenge Martin Emerson no more. They just be like, nope, I don't want any problems. No more problems with Martin Emerson. No problems at all. I think really, when you look at this situation, I think I think the defense came in 58 total yards. Let that sink in. 7 sacks, 58 total yards. I felt sorry for the young boy. I felt sorry for him. And that's the reason why I didn't bring Kyler Murray back. It's the exact reason they didn't bring Kyler Murray back this game, because you got to look at the situation. That would have been Kyler Murray out here getting drugged down from the backside. There were no problems. No smoke with that. No smoke at all with that. I just thought it was a dominant performance when you talk about Cleveland Browns. So you got the dominant performance on defense. You got Deshaun Watson getting better, getting more acclimated, and you had 5-3. Now you got an opportunity to go to Baltimore, and you're playing for an opportunity at first place. That's what you want. That's where you want to be at when you're talking about that. You want to be in that position. And even though the Cleveland Browns have had quarterback issues, even though they've had issues with the quarterback, they've had to have a committee approach at running back, missing Nick Chubb, multiple linemen and that have gone down, including Conklin. It's just very difficult. It's a difficult situation to deal with. But they're 5-3 with an opportunity to play for first place going into Baltimore. I do want to say this. I want to throw some love, if you can. Put an emoji. Put the thumbs up. We hope everything goes well for him. Put the thumbs up for Jedrick Wills. Jed Wills, I've been critical of him sometimes on his play on the field. But one thing that you don't ever want to do is you don't ever want to attack nobody in terms of having guys being injured. And I know how lonely of a place it is when you're getting driven off of that cart and you understand that you got a long road ahead of you. Hopefully, Jed Wills can get back on the field soon. Did not look like it was a very looked like a major injury. I'll just say that with his leg. Had it in the air cast. They carted him off. He was very emotional. Put the thumbs up for Jed Wills. We want to make sure that he gets back and gets out there, and hope his recovery goes really, really smoothly. But you just never want to see that, especially the emotion, because, no matter what we say about guys and how they play on the field, never get it twisted. These dudes put their life on the line. These guys put time, energy, and effort into what they trying to do out there. And for them to go out there and be hurt, and I'm knowing what it's going to take for you to get back to play at that level. And I'd even play at that level, right? I had the 2 ACLs in the neck and the back and all that other different stuff in almost 20 surgeries in my life. So I get it. So put the thumbs up for Jed Wills, and we will show him some love. Hopefully thoughts and prayers out to him, and he'll get back on the field very soon. Let's get to a few more. I do want to go over, and I want to talk about this guy too. Before we can get to your questions, I want to get to this. I think, for me, I really think that this guy has been playing great. David Njoku, man. For a lot of people that have been giving David Njoku a lot of grief, he's like the top 5 tight end. They're paying him like a top 5 tight end. Listen, for him to come back and play, and after all those facial burns, after all of that, like, come on, like, you gotta understand that to have sweat and a face mask on when you're a victim of being a burn victim, man, the last thing I'm thinking about is playing a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about whether or not I'm going to be able to see anymore. Is this can get infected, whatever the case may be. But David Njoku has really solidly put himself in a position where you can say he's a very solid pro. I mean, the fact that not only he catches the ball, he can move downfield. I think he does a great job on screens. He's the best blocking tight end that they have in the building, and he used to be one of the worst blockers in the game. He's turned himself into a very, very good blocker. He's a guy who you don't see any too many issues with. And he's a guy that really turned around his relationship with the Cleveland Browns. He scored a touchdown today. Shout out to David Njoku. I really think that he's turned himself into a very solid pro. Had a good game this week, had a nice game last week, and they're going to need to use him moving forward. One of the things that you got to understand, and I always joke with Kevin Stefanski about it, is, they got rid of Donovan Peoples-Jones, right? And then you see Marquise Goodwin go down with what looks like maybe a possible concussion. You say, well, what are they going to do with receiver, G. Bush? I would like another receiver, but when you look at what Kevin Stefanski is doing, you take a look at the receiving game. 5 catches for 139 for Amari Cooper, 1 touchdown. You look at Jerome Ford had 5 touches out of the backfield. They just basically, those are screen pass, short dump offs. David Njoku, 4 touches, 26 yards and a touchdown. They're gonna, we saw a Jordan Akins sighting today. Obviously, Harrison Bryant's a big part of what they do in a lot of packages, blocking, quarterback sneaking, those things. You're gonna start to see guys more the running backs out of the backfield and the tight ends more instead of the receivers, I think, moving forward, especially when you don't got Donovan Peoples-Jones on the roster anymore. So let's get to your thoughts, man. We'll get you guys out of here in a timely fashion. We got 414. I want to thank you. I issued a challenge. You guys jumped out of here, got 414. Make sure you check out the code word of the day. If you missed it, rewind it. And send me the code word, and we'll make sure we get you into that drawing. Let's get to the comment section. And this is one of my favorite parts of the day. Let's get to the comments. Get you guys back in together. Let me take this off the screen. There we go. Here we go. All right. Get to the comments. Here we go. Here we go. Showing that love, man. Appreciate you guys out here, man. Appreciate you guys. The most important thing is that Watson has his throwing actually back, especially in the late game situation. Goodwin should have caught the ball. I thought it was a tough catch, but it did hit him in the hands. We had more penalty yards than they had total yards. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Thumbs up, man, for my guy, Jedrick Wills. Lots of thumbs up for you guys. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Really, getting that out to the people. Definitely a lot of thumbs up in here. Want to show them that love. There we go. Yes, sir. Lots of thumbs up in here, man. We'll go through these. Everybody got the thumbs up. We appreciate you, man. Chris Williams says it's the NFL do. They're all professional players. I don't stand. It's a win. It's a one-win team and a rookie quarterback. But to hold them to 58 yards and shut them down is very impressive. That's another thing too. Everybody want to act like, listen, I could have did. Listen, you ain't. Stop. Stop. Jeffrey Shardy says this is all good, but now consistently and leadership moving forward with a solid foundation against Baltimore. They won big. Hey, Baltimore. Listen, Baltimore is going to do their thing. Please, your coworkers are the Njoku haters. Hey, listen, they do be hating. Listen here for me. Let me. This is an opportunity to say this. Let me just give you this. So I do the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. I do the barbershop 2 days a week, an hour-long show on UCSS. I do film, I do videos over here on my channel, The Barbershop. I do recaps on the Bleacher Report. And I'm going to tell you, when it comes to anybody, and I don't just say this about them, I do the most content. I do the most hours. So when I'm trying to break down David Njoku and some of the other things, if you watch the game one time and then formulate your opinion and move on from it, by the time that other people or anybody on my panel has watched it, I've already seen the game 3-4 times, right? I've seen every single play this year. So my thing is, I disagree with them all the time. I disagree with them on the show. I disagree with them about a lot of things. They didn't like DeJuan Jones. I was right about DeJuan Jones. They said DeJuan Jones wouldn't play this year. I said, are you crazy? He's going to be playing soon. And he's turned out to be the steal of the draft in terms of that. I was right about a lot of things. I've been the only one consistently saying, you better run the football. That's what the Browns is bread and butter with. Everybody else want to pass the ball. There's a lot of things. I was the first one who said Joe Woods need to be up out of here, right? All these things I argue with them on. And look, you can either respect it now or you got to come back and be like, you know what? You was kind of right about that. I'm just telling. Hey, Pierre Strong is a better back than Kareem Ford. Jerome Ford, sorry. I said I was one, bring back Kareem Hunt. Why aren't you playing Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb at the same time? See, my track record stands for itself. I'm not afraid to argue with them about that. David Njoku is a damn good blocker. He's been playing his tail off. And I always tell people, stop having conversations about other people's money. Because at the end of the day, if he made $1 or made $100 million, I would still be mad at David Njoku if he wasn't getting it done. If he made $1, I wouldn't say, you know what, he only makes $1. It's okay for him to miss that block. No. Right. And Njoku does all the little things. Hey, but hold on, let me see this. King Michael Jacko. Will Levis is a rookie and had 260 on the Steelers. I'm just saying, listen, Will Levis is nice. Let's not be, Will Levis is nice. CJ Stroud is out here like looking like an Egyptian god card. This dude is out here throwing for 505 touchdowns, bro, with comebacks. My thing is this, man. Sometimes you just got to worry about, what's in your backyard because Will Levis ain't 5-3. CJ Stroud and them ain't 5-3 either. And they not better than the Browns. Sometimes you got to just roll with what you got. You got to respect what you got in. Hey, like J. Cole, love yours. J. Cole said it best. Go Browns. Thanks for the service to the fans. I appreciate you, man. We is out here moving around. Let's see. Browns have a great chance to turn the victory into more victories, starting with Baltimore. Let's get it done. Beat Baltimore. With Conklin, LOL, everyone called Jones playing. Yeah, listen. Hey, let me tell you this. Go back and watch way back then. And here's the thing. Sometimes y'all don't argue. Like when you be in the industry, you be arguing with like radio people, TV people, journalists, beat reporters, bloggers. Bro, you got to argue with everybody. You got to argue with everybody. Yes, you did say that about Hunt, but your coworkers cannot know football if they can't see Hunt and Strong hit the hole harder than Ford. Well, hey, listen, you didn't have to tell me. Talk to him. Oh, man. Thank you for the little talk at the immunity lot. Keep going, the German guy. Shout out to this man. Listen, man, this is what's the coolest part about it is this man came from Germany. He came from Germany and was really like came up, pulled up on me, took a picture with me. Man, I think it's tremendous that somebody can come from a whole different country and love the Cleveland Browns the way people do. That's why I always say we got the best fans in the country. It's easy for you to be a Cowboys fan. It's easy for you to be a 49ers fan. It's easy for you to be a Giants fan. You know why? Because y'all can point back to points in y'all history where y'all was getting money off, where y'all was really winning games. Man, I went to the Muni lot and it was people down there oblivious to what the Browns record was. They didn't care that we was 1-31 with Hugh Jackson. Dudes was down there. It was a beautiful day. And I'm like, man, and these people are in a cult. These G-Bush. Oh! I'm like, dang, who is this? G-Bush, go Browns. I'm like, man, this is crazy. But that's why I said we got the best fan base in the country. Ain't nobody took L's like we took. Ain't nobody get laughed at like we get laughed at. That's why I be so mad when people want to echo what the national media is saying when it comes to your quarterbacks or when it comes to the Browns. Listen, Kevin Stefanski, sometimes he makes me mad when stuff he do, but can't no Pittsburgh fan tell me about Stefanski. You shut up. We're not hearing nothing from you. That's like you go away from the house and you leave the house with your friends and your brothers. You better come back to the house with your friends and your brothers. And your peoples better not hear you. You left them where? You left them behind enemy lines? No. Listen, if my brother in the wrong, if my people in the wrong, we'll sort that out when we get back to the house. We'll sort that out. But while we out in public, amongst these other Bengals and Steelers and Ravens dudes, you shouldn't be letting nobody talk down on what you talking about? Well, Stefanski make me mad, but that's still the coach. Deshaun Watson may got some baggage, but listen, he got baggage, but you can't say nothing about it. Mike Tomlin can't tell me nothing about our receiving core. I want to hear that, Mike. You stay over there with all that. See, that's your problem. People be acting like they be doing too much. Y'all be riding these other dudes and what you think they gonna get you? People think they gonna get jobs too much. See, G. Bush, this is why you don't got no industry friends. You can't say that. You gotta make it look like. I'm gonna give you a job. Y'all think one day they're gonna wake up and be like, you know what, you the coldest broadcaster I ever heard. You so cold. You so cold that you know what? The fact that you a Browns fans, we laugh at you and you still agree with us. You the best ever. Let me come over and give you an extra $80,000 a year for doing that. Stop it. Stop it, man. Oh man. I appreciate you guys, man. I do, man. Listen, before we get out of here, like we always do, hey, I need to know where you're checking in from. Hit that like button for me real quick. Let's see where you're checking in from. Browns got a crazy, huge win. We're going to take that win. But I need to know where you're checking in from right now because I met a lot of people. I met from Germany. I done met some people at the Muni lot today from South America. I met some Canadians. A lot of alumni from Ohio University. Man, it was just great hospitality. I had a cookie and cream pudding shot for the first time. Changed my life. I said, what is this? It didn't taste like it had nothing in it. It was like cookies and cream. It was like, I'm like, wow, this is great. I took 3 or 4 steps. My whole left ankle gave out. It was that. I said, what the heck is in this? What's in this? Whole left side went numb. I said, this is a great shot. This is beautiful, man. Besides that, your boy G Bush checking in from the 216-330. You know that's where I come from. Camp McKinley stand up. You know what it is. Shout out to them. They're going against St. Anne's. You know what it is. All day Bulldog family. Kool-Aid Mafia in the building, of course, man. Duke and Knee Jerk. As always, your boy G Bush. And guess what? We still the people's champ. Hold on. Throw that away. Here you go. I wanted to. The Intercontinental Champion, USA Champion, Tag Team Champion of the world, Harlem Heat in the building. Third member of Harlem Heat. Shout out to Sister Sherry. G. Bush, let's get the roll call going. Where we at? Where are we at? Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Where we at? 216 Lawrence Goggins all day. He's a day one A1 guy. He been here since the mid-2000s. The 20 teens representing. Chocolate City, Washington, D.C. was good. What's up, bro? PA is in the building. ATL, Avon is in the building. Hendricks County, 330. North Pole, that's so cool. What a great location. When your location has 1,000 lakes and pine trees, and the next 7-Eleven store is 300 miles north of the Yukon, you live in a great place. 330's in the building, 614. Loveland near Cincinnati, we see you. Zanesville, Richmond Heights, Garfield Heights is in the building. Of course, Washington, D.C., 216. Hey, Freiburg, Germany is here. Columbus, Sandusky, shout out to Cedar Point. Is that Geog Lake? I keep forgetting. Hoban, 216. Columbus, Brittany Hills, what's up, man? All right, Fredericksburg, Virginia, man. Columbus, go Bucks, 2-1. William Wise, I see you, bro. West Tennessee, man. Atlanta Motor Speedway, Hampton, Georgia, I see you, man. Martins Ferry, Ohio. Shout out to Chad Brinker, the pride of Martins Ferry. The pride of Martins Ferry. I see you, bro. Akron, I see you. S tier. Euclid. Dayton, man. Joseph, what's up, man? That deep ball to Amari was pretty, wasn't it? He didn't even have to touch his hand. He just put his hands up like he was trying to cup some water. It was just right there, bro. Right there. Texas. Hey, behind enemy lines, Jeremy Winkler, I appreciate you. You keep holding us down and behind the enemy lines in Pittsburgh. I see you, man. You know what it is. Cleveland Heights, Jacksonville. PA's in the building. 305 via 330. Canton, McKinley, Kool-Aid Mafia. Let's go. San Antonio, Tampa. We see you. We see you out here, bro. We got a lot of shout outs, man. Hey, I'm at the bottom of the Kool-Aid picture. Time to make more. Hey, go ahead and get it together. We always, you can still do the Kool-Aid. 440. Class of 93, Michael Smith, what's good? You mean Scary Sherry, right? We in the Heights, 937. You know what it is. West Virginia, stand up, 409-470-216. Memphis, Tennessee, you see what are we talking about. 330 Canton. Colorado, shout out to Coach Prime out there. You need to get an O-line, but shout out to Coach Prime. Slavic Village, you see what we talk about. Euclid, Tampa, yes, sir. Gonna be intense. Saskatchewan, you almost out there. You in the territories out there. Northfield, Ohio, Medina, San Lorenzo, Puerto Rico. Way everywhere. Amari Cooper left his teammate hanging when he gave him. Amari Cooper so coy, so modest in all his ways. He'd be like, I can only dap 3 people up. 3 people, that's my minimum. Other than that, I'm going to be doing too much, and that's against my soul. Cedar Point, North Pole, Old Brooklyn, Las Vegas. Where we at? California. Yes, sir. Loveland. We doing it. We still doing it. Class of 1995, Syracuse. Shout out to Syracuse, 614-216 Mayfield Heights. And I do call on white folk. Mark Ross. The nerve. I call on multiple white people. All my important positions in my life belong to white people. My lawyer, my doctor, my anesthesiologist, my lender, my banker, my realtor. There's a lot of white people I be calling all types of day. People that sheriffs, the FBI, the CIA, all the people in NASA. Shout out to them. We ain't going nowhere. Class of 2001, I see you. They didn't throw Emerson once. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Hubbard, I see you. Cats is cracking up. With that being said, man, Browns win 27-0. Let's get ready for a great week. Make sure you catch me tomorrow. Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also, right up after that, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I'm on the barbershop. Make sure you can check that out at the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show page over there. You can catch me over there on Monday and Thursday. Make sure you check those out, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. In Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, 11 to 1 every single day. And, of course, the barbershop, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 92.3 The Fan. With that being said, hey, the barbershop is not a real place. It's mythical. It's a place where we talk about sports, music, and culture. And the best part about that programming is you guys. You never know where I might show up. The Bleacher Report, 92.3 The Fan, UCSS. It don't matter. You know how you can find out where G. Bush is? Listen for the Clippers. Peace.